Hello, everyone. We're here for a special purpose today on Channel 10, and of course, you'll be hearing this on your radio also. We have special guests in our studio, and we're here to talk about the Connect North Carolina Public Improvement Bond. Now, that's a long name and a long title, but you will be seeing this on your ballot on March 15th, asking for a vote for the bond here in our state and on your ballot. And today we're going to learn a little bit about this bond and what it is and why it's out there and how it got started and what it will mean for the citizens of North Carolina. And I wanted to lead off before I introduce our two guests about the bond and what it will do. It's a $2 billion infrastructure bond that will connect North Carolina to the 21st century through statewide investments in higher education, agriculture, state parks, National Guard, and water and sewer infrastructure. And it has been 15 years, folks, since the last general obligation bond was authorized to upgrade our state's infrastructure. And that's a hard word, Maggie.
It is.
It was back in 2000.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And since then, North Carolina has grown by more than 2 million people. And I am just pleased as punch to introduce our guests. And of course, most of you folks absolutely know them already. Dear friends of mine, citizens in our community who do a lot for the community. On my far right and to your left as you're viewing the television screen, Mr. Baird Crumpton, businessman, a terrific contributor to this community in so many ways. And Baird, thrilled to have you out here today. And he's a knowledgeable gentleman on this subject, as well as Maggie Witt, longtime friend, educator, outstanding citizen, and very knowledgeable. And both have connections to our college here in Person County. And that will be the one of the benefactors of this bond. I'm thrilled that you both are here.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, sir. It's a pleasure. We said a moment ago, this is a subject that is a lot of questions, and that we hope to answer some of those. And I think some of the key things that we're going to talk about today, and probably one that a lot of people are wondering about, is this going to cost me any tax money?
Exactly.
And would one of you like to talk about that a little bit? Is it going to cost us tax dollars?
I think this is a very good question for me to answer, Mr. Bratcher. Mm-hmm. The answer to that is no tax increase.
Good.
And basically that's because of the fact that our state is in good shape money-wise.
Right.
Good shape.
Right.
We are just real happy. As a matter of fact, there is a phrase that our governor used when he was introducing or talking about the legislation. I think he was in Charlotte, North Carolina, UNC Charlotte campus, and I'm looking for that phrase.
That's all right. You take your time. As we said, this is a thing that has a lot of pieces and parts to it, and we're going to do our best to try to answer those questions today. But she is exactly right. No new taxes are required now or in the future, Baird, to finance the bonds, as North Carolina will be finished paying some current bond debt before the cost of these bonds is added.
That's exactly right. And I think what that amounts to is the current tax rates that we are paying is going to remain the same, and we've retired some borrowed money, retired some loans, and so it's only the right thing to do to go ahead and continue to collect to repay this bond that we're asking for, and without making any changes and making any increase in rates, and it will be a smooth transition and a good way to get a lot of work done in the state.
Yes, sir. As it is going to say on the ballot, the issuance of $2 billion State of North Carolina public improvement bonds constituting general obligation bonds of the state secured by a pledge of the faith and credit of taxing power of the state for the purpose of providing funds with any other available funds to fund capital improvements and new facilities for the state, including without limitation the construction and furnishing of new facilities and the renovation and rehabilitation of existing facilities, without limitation, the University of North Carolina system, the North Carolina Community College system, water and sewer, the state's National Guard, the Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services, attractions and parks, and the Department of Public Safety. That says a lot, doesn't it, Maggie? That's powerful. A lot of good projects.
There's a lot of good projects throughout the state, and we're concerned with throughout the state because Person County citizens will benefit from the entire bond.
Yes, sir.
We are particularly excited about the 3.8 million that's coming to Person County
Yes, sir.
by way of the community college.
Yes, sir.
And of course, it's not only Person County. We'll share that with Caswell County,
Uh-huh.
because the college serves both communities. But it's big for Person County in via Piedmont Community College, but it's also good for Person County because of the statewide benefits that we'll gain.
Absolutely. Maggie, what are some of the things that our local college, what are some of the projects or improvements that might be coming forth
For the full point.
after this passes, and we assume it's going to pass?
Hopefully it will pass. The $4.8 million that will be coming to Piedmont Community College. Our college has outlined on one of its brochures a real good view of what those things will be.
Mm-hmm.
The Bonnet Auditorium in Building D at $1,175,000. Student services and facilities in Building E, $470,000. Campus-wide, the acronym HVAC, the air conditioning and heating and so forth.
Right.
And of course the covered walkways, $210,000. And the Business Development Entrepreneur Center renovation is $600,000. And we have talked a lot about access to the building and away from the building rather than having that one driveway, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So roadway and utility expansion is $840,605. And on the Caswell campus, it's labs and classrooms and student centers. The student center at $1,454,000. So we're so excited about what this bond will have to offer to us here in Person County, and what we will not have to ask our county commissioners for, additional money when they're already burdened somewhat.
That's quite
So we're
a
happy
list.
about that.
That's quite
It
a
is.
list, and all of those are necessary
Right.
that are mentioned. Just like, and the college is growing too, as well as the population of North Carolina. The college is growing,
Right.
and what a diamond we have. I've heard that word used before in
Absolutely.
our college, and anything we can do to help with its growth and its betterment for its citizens, students, faculty are more than welcome.
We're trying very hard to make it a 21st century ready institution so that our students, all the students, can be competitive in the world as well as the country.
Once this bond is approved, is there a timetable before some of the? I don't know. I just wonder if there's a timetable. Will it be a 4-year program, 3-year?
To spend the money?
Yeah, to get the money and start the improvement.
I cannot answer that. I can't address that. I'm not sure.
The main thing is that those improvements and betterments would be on the way.
But keep in mind,
Uh-huh.
the 4.85 million
Yes, sir.
is going to offset what, let's say, the trustees of the college would typically ask of the county. So that's that much money that we don't have to go ask for. And it's just the right thing to do to get it. And then that's not to say that we won't have to ask for other funds. There will always be needs
Emergencies
for growth, for growth,
yeah,
improvements, and renovations.
sure.
But 4.85 goes a long way on that wish list.
It absolutely does.
And one thing that we may not have pointed out is the fact that when we're doing renovations, there is no match for that's needed for those renovations. And of course, there is a match for new construction. And I think we have at least two items: the Allied Health Building and the roadway and utility expansion that will require matching. But the matching for Person County is 2 to 1. So, and according to what we've heard, the I just went blank.
It's all right.
I hope you all going to cut some of this.
That's quite all right. You know, and it's so, as Baird mentioned, it's so important for our college. That's the main thing that we're interested in here in Person County. It's going to be just a nice windfall. But all of the other attachments throughout the state in security and investing in water and sewer, investing in agriculture, they go along with this program too. And this is a win-win for the state of North Carolina as a whole. Don't you agree?
Indeed it is, David. It is absolutely a win for everybody involved.
I know what I wanted to say is that in terms of matching, we can use some of the facilities that we've already built, like, say, for example, the bookstore on the campus.
Yes.
Will cover the matching probably, because that's several $100,000.
It is. And another point that I think is important is keep in mind the campus, and some people in Person County have probably never even seen it before, but that campus is 40 years old.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And a 40-year-old piece of property,
Right.
walks and buildings and roofs, and so it requires a lot of maintenance. And the items that we have flagged to use these funds for
Right.
will address some things that a 40-year-old campus is well overdue
Yes.
in correcting and fixing and upgrading.
No question about
So it will be money well spent.
it. And well deserved.
The trustees are very adamant about maintenance, appearance, and upkeep. That's part of our charge. And again, we're going to get that done. And then there are a new facility, the Allied Health Building that we already spoke of. Absolutely, we do need to move forward with that, but we're going to maintain what we got and make it look good and presentable and safe, and to where it serves the students of the college the very best we can with what we have.
And we're real proud of our college, and
Oh, absolutely.
it's the aesthetics around the college. Beautiful place, but maintenance is important. It's just like
It
a
is.
home. If we don't continuously repair and update, we fall behind.
I was talking with someone the other day, and I suppose when it started as a community college, or Piedmont Tech, I think it was originally called, I suppose it was primarily for our area here. But today, there are people from other states, Virginia, other counties that are coming to Piedmont Community College, either the Caswell campus or the Person County campus. So
Exactly.
we're serving a pretty wide area.
Yeah. For an example, I know of at least 3 students that came from across state lines for the gunsmithing program.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I'm very proud of that we have a program that out-of-state people would want to attend and come here and live until they get through the program, and then I guess go back to wherever they came from. But I mean, I think that speaks so well of that particular program, and there are others. Nursing program, for example, is a great program. It is extremely well thought of, and we have a very high percentage of those nursing students that pass the state board when they finish. So we have a lot of credibility in that program, and we're going to maintain it and keep them a place to study and work and learn.
I'm glad you mentioned that because it's been proven over and over by shining examples that when we're trying to attract industry to Person County, this college, with the capability of creating a program to help train people to fit the needs of new industry coming in. I mean, there are just so many advantages to our college and so many ways that we need this funding, without a doubt.
Exactly.
Not for now, but for the future.
A good hospital.
Yes.
A good community spirit.
Yes.
A community college. All of those are things that industries seeking a place to land look at. They look at very closely. And when they look at Piedmont Community College, it's our charge to make it look as good as we can possibly make it.
Well said.
And it's been reported that it's very hands-on and appropriate for the needs, aligned with what the needs are from the different industries and so forth. And that's so important to have the necessary skills to perform well.
I just want to mention one more time, make sure we get this point across today about there's no tax increase. Let's cover that one more time.
I'd like to go back to that one.
When people see a bond over the years and they say, oh man, I got to pay more taxes. So well, let's cover that real well. How about that?
What our governor had said that I had alluded to and was trying to find his direct quote earlier is that our state is strong in revenue growth and ample debt services capacity. And of course, our budget director of the state, who is Lee Roberts, also said that that our interest rates, I don't know if we mentioned interest rates, but they are lower than they have ever been previously. And so you're right about the fact that sometimes when we hear the word bond, we sort of stand back because we think about tax, and no one wants a tax increase. But we can rest assured that there will be no tax increase because our state and our parents, our foreparents, have spent well. They have been frugal in what they have done, and so that's helping us out today.
Yes.
And as you said, into the future.
Absolutely.
And we also have a growing population here in North Carolina, which is helpful. I think you mentioned the increase of the population. The U.S. Census Bureau has projected that will continue.
I might mention this too, that there are all kind of ways if you just want to read about it or gather more information. You can go to ConnectNC.gov, or I'm getting modern here, hashtag ConnectNC. That's Twitter, I think. Is that right? That's Twitter. And also Facebook /connect.nc.gov. So there, if you want to read up on it, there are several different ways that you can gather more information. Any closing thoughts or comments today that you'd like to make? I hope we've covered at least the basics.
Well, in terms of the ballot, I would just like for everybody to know that usually when we see a ballot, we see candidates.
Yeah.
Their names, and we're checking them off, whether they're national or state or local, voting for our choice persons. But on this ballot, remember that there is another item, and that item is the bond itself.
Yes.
It's not a candidate, but it's going to help the candidates. It's going to help all the citizens of our state. And so just remember that there is a section that says mark either for or against.
Yeah.
So we are hoping that you will choose for, because
Indeed.
to not vote positive for this bond will be a setback, I do believe personally, for our county, for our community college, because most of the money will go, that Person County will be receiving will go to the college. Although we can benefit from some of the other areas. I think there are five other areas. We can benefit because we do go to state parks and that kind of thing, and so we'll reap some of those benefits. But we definitely can see and measure what happens at our college, Piedmont Community College.
Well said.
I can't add to that, but let's go on record. I too strongly recommend a vote for David.
Absolutely.
And hopefully, again, this goes out across the state of North Carolina, and I would love to see Person County have a good, strong showing on election day. I hope everyone will go out and vote. That's probably the number one message to make this morning is vote.
No question.
Use your voice with the pen, and in this case, vote in a positive way for this public improvement bond.
And underneath all of this, I'm glad to know as a citizen of North Carolina that our state is rapidly eliminating existing debt.
Exactly.
And that helps make things like this come about.
It makes you feel good about the leadership we have in Raleigh.
Again, you can go to Facebook, you can go to Twitter and their website. There's a phone number. It's 919-814-2100. That's the phone number at Connect NC. That's 919-814-2100. And we hope that you will get out and vote affirmative. I tell you, I've enjoyed this time. We've made an attempt to at least cover some of the things that you need to know, and you can get additional information if you desire by going to the website, or you can call and speak with someone in Raleigh about the Connect NC Public Improvement Bond.
Thank you for giving us this opportunity, Dave Bratcher.
It's indeed my pleasure. Maggie,
Thank you so much.
I appreciate both of you being here. I told them when I first greeted them today, it's such a nice, how can one guy have this much honor in one day to have Baird and Maggie in the building? But it has been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
It's nice to be with you as well.
And folks, this will be on the radio and numerous times on Channel 10 too. And we hope that you will get out and vote yes for the Connect NC Public Improvement Bond. Thank you for listening, and thank you for watching.